So here is the very first garden bed I made. I was trying to save money. Everybody was hyping, use, you want to save money on wood, or you want to do inexpensive, use pallets. So I went out and I got me 4 pallets. Well, actually I got like a whole bunch of pallets. But these are the 4 that were closest in size. So the first year I got them together and made them and all this, and this is what I ended. Well, this is 3 years later. So these are my pallet garden raised bed 3 years later. People, I don't know if I did it right or wrong, but as you can see, if you look at these sides, they are coming apart. They suck. I use pallets and then cut the pallets down, the insides out, cut the boards down and edge them all around the sides to make the sides high enough. And this is what I ended up with. They are 2 pallets set on top of each other for each bed. So so say this one right here, it's actually 2 pallets, one on top of the other, 2 pallets, one on top of the other, 2 pallets, one on top of the other, 2 pallets, one on top of the other. As you can see, looking at this beds, yeah, there's my greens. I ended up having to strip them because they did real good. I mean, they did awesome at the beginning of this year. And now I think it's August the 2nd. And like a week or 2 ago, I stripped all the leaves off because of the critters. It's just fighting them big time. Here's my cabbages. We've harvested a few and ate them. And as you can see, the critters with the rain in the last couple of weeks have gotten a hold of them. And I'm going to take them all out. This one I had broccoli in. This one I had cauliflower in. The cauliflower I let go to seed because I use it to try and draw all the critters away from my good veggies. Ooh, yum. So I let that stay there. Dianthus earth this and that. And then strip this down. These I'm getting ready to take out in the next day or so. This bed I need to clean out. This bed I need to clean out. So this was also, this first 4 sections of this one bed, it sucked to make it so bad that I turned around and got 2x4s to do this one later on that same year. And then I took the leftover pallet pieces, pallet slabs that I cut off of those boards and made the sides. So I framed this out with 2x4s and put sides up, screwed them on. As you can see, like I said, this is a couple, 3 years old, 3 years old, and the boards are coming off, and I really just don't like the look of it now. I really don't. I mean, it held up better than that one, or it looks better than this one. These, because they're actually separate pallets that I set next to each other, if you look in between them, you can see the grass growing between them. That is a pain in the butt to weed it out and etc., etc. That's basically why this has gone to crap, because I got tired of it. Look at the grass growing. See this grass growing up between these boards? That is a pain in the butt. Same with this one. My beans were doing absolutely gorgeous. Look at these beans. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy with these beans. We've got so many beans in the freezer. I need to do them again today. I just did them 3 days ago. It's almost time to pull them out though. But, so this one, since I am going to get some more pallets for something totally different, I may or may not, and since it is August 1st, 2021, and the price of wood has gone crazy, So I will probably, doing another bed similar to this side is an option. It definitely is an option. I'll just have to look at the wood, and instead of doing 1 nail per board, you know, I might have to do 2 or whatever. I'll figure that out. I put some plants in here. They haven't grown up yet. They haven't grown back yet. So then the second year, that was my first garden. So then the second year, I put in these 4 beds. And this was, again, before the price of wood skyrocketed. But I framed them out with 2x4s. And then I used the fence posts, before they stopped selling them, of course. I used the fence posts as the sides, because I had learned that the sides right here sucked, but that held up so much better. These beds are 2 years old, and they're doing very, very well for 2-year-old garden beds. Cedar side planks like that. As you can see, these peppers are awesome. And then I have some regular green peppers and red peppers. And really crazy, and I didn't realize it, these suckers are growing black. I did not realize that. I got them in a mixed seed pack. And then I have my jalapenos, which I make my jalapeno poppers with. I love jalapeno poppers. That is the only reason I'm growing jalapeno peppers. These are not what I thought they were. And I'm going to tell you the truth. While I labeled them... Oh, I'm in the shadow. I'm shading them out. I labeled these, but I did not label them with a permanent marker. So I think they're chili peppers. If anybody could tell me, let me know. I think these are regular chili peppers. But they're like growing crazy. This whole entire plant is just full of chili peppers. There's 3 or 4 of them in here. Chili peppered out, y'all. Chili peppered out. And these are my big tomatoes. I forgot what they are called. Let me see. I did keep the label. I bought these. These are big beef hybrid tomatoes. Look at this tomato. Look at this tomato. Maybe I should go around the other side to make you see better. But look at this. This is my hand. You can't even see my hand for the size of the peppers. Look at this pepper. Look at this pepper. It's huge. They're huge. They're huge. Oh my God, they're huge. They're so huge, they're pulling the poles over. Now, we just had a spate of rain, so some of them are doing real good. Some of them are doing interesting. Like this butt thing they all keep doing on the booty of them. Why? Why did they do that? Split on the behind. They're not split, they're just really weird. I don't know. My regular tomatoes, these are all early girls. And I've thinned these out so many times this year. I keep having to thin them out some more. But I love my early girls. These are this year's plant, this year's boxes. I did these this year because last year I grew some cucumbers that didn't do really good where I had them. So I made a whole new box with a little thingy for them to climb. And my dude likes zucchini and squash. So I was watching some videos. They said you can get them to train up the trellis. These do not want to train up the trellis, my zucchini and squash plants. Instead, they're going down on the ground. But they're growing. And unfortunately, I have powdery mildew starting. I hate powdery mildew. Isn't that gross? But I've already harvested like 6 zucchini. Or no, summer squash. 6 summer squash off here. I got them in late also. On this side, I had put some beans that darn near all croaked. I don't know why. Somebody said maybe my dirt was actually too rich. So I got a couple of little bean sprouts in here, bean plants that are not doing wonderful, but I don't know. Like I said, maybe y'all could tell me. But next year, I know I will not be putting the beans and the cucumber and the squash all together like this. I'll have to figure out something else. My cherry tomatoes were doing really good, and now my garden hose broke, and that sucked. And I haven't been able to get another one, so I have been bucket watering all the veggies. I caught myself trying to plant some potatoes. This is also a this year, first time ever, little garden thing I threw together. Tried to brace it with the poles, that didn't work. The expansion and contraction of the wood. So I have no idea what's going to end up coming out with this. One side fell down. I kept trying to put it back up. Fell back down again. Who knows? I don't know what's going to come out of here, but we'll see when we see when we see. And now I'm going to take you to my favorite thing that I just did a couple weeks ago.